So we just got our new pattern gel and it's all about ombre and you don't want to miss this lesson. I'm TinoVo and today I'm showing you how to use this product. So pattern gel have 3 different color kit and there is 9 color for each kit, and pattern gel can do blending, sponging, contouring, and it's like airbrush, except it doesn't have spot or splot like airbrush if you use airbrush incorrectly. And the formula is HEMA free and TBO free. And this is my primary and neutral colors with the basic blue, red, and yellow. And then we have an earthy hunter green, a earthy brown, and black and white. And we have a blush color and a cream colors. Then we also have 9 neon electric colors. And we have all the aqua, Tiffany green, Tiffany blue, sorry, and a bright green, a lime, purple, and a neon red, which is my favorite. And we have a zesty orange, a coral, and a bright nude. Also, this one of my favorite too is mermaid iridescent colors, pattern gel. We have all this goodness right here, pretty on white, pretty on black. And all of my pattern gel kit have instruction just in case you forget how to use it. This is for people that doesn't watch my YouTube video, but today I am showing you how to use it. You also will need this. This is my ombre pattern sponge, and it have a grab pen for you to grab and do an ombre. Now this doesn't look full because I use it a lot. If you're a TinoVo customer, you have to have this because I literally use it in every single set because I love ombre, and now I have a perfect ombre tool. So the difference about this sponge from other is that it have high density, so that will help with the smoothness. And the pen, you click here, the spider hand come out and you grab it. So I'm gonna show you with the primary and neutral color first. We're gonna do one of the most popular, viral, and one of the most money-making ombre. It is the pink and white. So I'm gonna open this. Brush that I will be using will be an oval brush, but you can literally use any brush for this. And I will take some white and I will put it on the sponge, or you can put it on the nail, or you can put it on the nail art palette right here. Whichever you like, but you don't want a lot. You just want a small amount and you start sponge. Let's zoom in. Okay, now when you start it out, you see how stringy and splotchy it is. So if that is the case, then you can either sponge it onto the palette, or you can keep sponging this over and over until it's kind of soaked into the sponge. And when it's soaked into the sponge, it's gonna be less splotchy. And that is when you can travel. You can go back and forth across here, go up a little bit, creating a curve for the French tip. Okay, and you do want to tap lightly because if you have hot pressure, then it's gonna be splotchy. But the trick here is when you approach to this line, I call it the division line. That is where you start to blend. You do want to take a nail art palette and you do want to sponge on it a few times to make sure that it's nice and light. And that is when you can go up here and you can tap it just to blend it out. Okay. And then now we reach a new level. We elevate to here. So that needs to be thinner. It needs to be more lighter. So I can go back here. And this time I'm gonna go really hard on it to make sure all the color come off. And then I go up here and tap on it again lightly. And hello, perfection. Okay, so now I am going to go back down here and tap just a little bit just to even it out, and I'm gonna cure this. Then after I cure, you only need to cure a few seconds, and then you can use an oval brush, and I'm gonna approach it a different way, multiple way for you to see how it's work. So you can paint it on just like this, and then start sponging it. You can do that too. Okay, and just always remember to stop, tap, and then come back up here. And at this point, if you're happy with this tone, you can stop. And if you want more, you can keep going. But always remember to cure the in between. Let's cure this. One of the reasons why you don't want a lot of gels, because if you have a lot of gel and when you take the sponge and you pat, you see this? That motion gonna make it splotchy because there's a lot going on there. So it's gonna stretch and contract, stretch and contract, and it's gonna make all kind of texture where if you have a light amount, then you couldn't even see it. Okay, it's still splotchy just because I put enough for you to see, but on the sponge you wouldn't see it because it's very light. So that is one of the reasons why you need to have proper amount of gel. And that also one of the reasons why you flash cure in between, and then you can, let me get more gel, and then you can go back and do another layer and then stack it by curing it and then do another layer. That's how color will stack upon each other, and that will deepen up the colors. Cure this. You have a flash cure handy. You should take it out and use it so you don't have to put your nail in the machine. Now, if you don't flash cure in between, then what happens is you're gonna have too much gel, and that is where the splotchiness come in. So remember, stacking layer is very healthy. Just a few seconds each. And it's already look flawless right here already. I'm absolutely obsessed with these patting gels. See, I can do this. And of course, you can do on top of gel just because of the way the flash cure structure right here. Just like this, another one. You can take some of it out. And yes, you can dip it in too, but I thought I wouldn't overbrush just for you to know the proper way. But when you know the rule, you can break it. As long as you know that if you actually have too much, if you dip in too much gels, then it's going to be splotchy. But I only tap a little bit, so I don't have a lot of gel. And of course, I don't focus in the division line anymore because that right there can be very light for your gradient of your ombre. But down here, you can add more color to enhance it. See, for some people, this will be enough. But of course, you can keep going depend on what do you want. If you want it to be really, really bright. And of course, you don't have to place a gel right onto the nail right away. You can just have in, let me cure this first. You can just have in a palette and you can just dip and then distribute on the palette and tap it a few times just to make sure everything is even, and then you can place it on here. So, and actually that is my preferred way. I just show you all the possible ways just in case. Just in case you prefer this way rather than that way. That's multiple way of doing it. Okay. Now cure. And that will be a 60-second cure when you're done with everything. And all of my gel is 60-second cure. So why is curing? Let's talk about reusing the sponge. So if you want to reuse it, you can take the sponge out and tap it until you don't see the color anymore. Now, if you use blue or red, you might see the stain, but that doesn't mean that it have colors. Because ombre, what's ombre mean? Ombre mean be able to go from solid to really light, to light to really light to nothing. So that's why the gel cannot be too heavy. It will be nice and light and smooth and pigmented, but it cannot be too heavy. So after a few taps like this, because the gel is dry too, it's a solid gel. So see that? Now you don't see any more gel. Then you can release it. I would not recommend you to put it back into the box right here. But when you release it, you might see a little marking. But after about 5 minutes, it will be completely smooth, like this one, completely smooth. So just leave it there, and then you can put it into like a different box or drawer, and then you can reuse it because you only use one side. You can use this side, this side, this side, this side, this side. So you can get a lot of use out of just one sponge. Now let's talk about top coating it. So I'm gonna take matte and I'm gonna top coat it, but before I do that, I wanna zoom in so you can see. Now, you see these little white dot right here. So I'm going to explain for you in a second what it is. But what I want to show you is this texture. You see this texture right here? It's like a sugar texture. It's because when the light hit it, it's shown. Because when you sponge, you got to have a little bit of textures. If you have a lot of gel, then the texture going to be really splotchy. But if you do nice and light, then the texture is barely there, but you can see it. But what I want you to do is I want you to tilt it down so the light doesn't hit it. And when it's the light completely gone, you can see the evenness of the gradient. And that is when you can top coat, because whenever we top coat over texture, the textures completely disappear like this. Now let's zoom in. See over here, seeing all kind of textures. Over here, flawless, perfection. See that right there, that's money. That is money right there. And you can do ombre all day long. And working with one finger is take a long time than working with 10 finger. 10 finger, you can just tap, 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 let them cure this hand, working on the other hand while this hand is cure. So let's go ahead and cure this, and we will jump into a different kit. Let's take this out. So this is the neon electric colors, and we're gonna take out a white polish that already here, and we're gonna apply on here and show you the aura ombre. The aura ombre is right in the middle and it's blending out. Now, before I do that, I want to let you know that you should matte it first. The other nail, I use top gel. So top gel, all of my top gel, let me pick the correct color. This is a beige nude, the color that I use. All of my top gel is like top coat, meaning it's no white. Okay, so that's different. I don't have to matte that. But I do have to matte on polish. Now, the reason why I matte it, and you don't have to matte it, you can shine it. It's just that shine is slippery and matte is porous. So I rather have matte because the color gonna stick on matte better than on shine. But like this finger right here, I do it on shine and that's still fun. Look how pretty the ombre is. So you can do shine, it's just that I prefer matte. Now, let me tell you the reason why I put matte on. Let's zoom in, and I'm gonna take my glove, I'm gonna touch it. You hear that? The sound that it makes. It makes that sound because it's sticky. Okay, it's the inhibition layer of the gel polish. You're familiar with the inhibition layer, but remember, I show you this little white dot right here. What happened is, let me take out a sponge. Now, what happened is when you tap a sponge over a sticky surface, it will stick, the sponge will stick to the surface, okay? Not much, and it doesn't do anything to it. But if you tap it multiple times over and over and over and over, some of the piece of the sponge might come off because it's sticky. It's sticky, so it grabs onto the sponge, and the sponge have to fight to get out of it, and it grabs to the sponge again, and the sponge have to get out of it again. So some of the tiny little piece of the sponge might come off on the sticky surface. That's why when you work in over polish, I recommend you to put matte on first. Okay, now you don't have to do that. You can break rule if you're really good. If your touch is very light, then most likely you can avoid that problem. But I just want to show you that. And the reason why on a no white background, let me go ahead and cure this first. Now, the reason why on top of the no wipe, it still have these little spots. It's not because of the foundation, because of the gels. When I flash cure, I intentionally flash cured it just like a second or 2 seconds. And plus this flash cure light, I haven't charged it for a week, so it's very weak. Because I haven't charged it. So I do that so the gel is not completely dry. If you just flash cure it really fast, then the gel might be still wet a little bit. Not enough to ruin the gel, but enough for it to be sticky. And when it's sticky like that, and you keep tapping over it, some of the sponge come out. And that's what caused these little white spots. But you don't see it anymore. It disappears. It's very minor. I just want to let you know, just because I do want you to reach perfection. I don't want you to have issue at all. And that is another reason why it's important to flash cure in between it to dry that layer so you can work. You can stack another layer on and dry that and stack another layer on. So this already done, all matte and beautiful. Now let's take out an oval brush. Now remember I show you multiple way of doing this. You can apply on a sponge it on, or dip the sponge in and then dip it onto a palette like that to make it even. And then you can go on with it, or you can apply it on the nail and you can sponge it on. Now this auto ombre, the only one way of doing it, that is applying the color on. And I'm gonna choose this shade because it's so bright, you guys. This is like an aqua. The reason why you have to apply it on first, because this derive right from the middle and it's all blend out. So if you sponge it and then apply it on, you might see a big square on it. You know what I mean? So that's why you shouldn't apply on the sponge first. It's unpredictable. You apply in the middle of the nail, and then you're gonna sponge it and work it way out. So first, you're not gonna move. You're just gonna stay in one spot, okay? And you're gonna keep tapping it until it's even, and then you can start going around clockwise or counterclockwise. But basically, skip tapping, but going out slowly, not fast, slowly, for perfection. Do you already see the magics? See, isn't that awesome? I love ombre. I love the blend. And this Ombre Patting Gel kit and this Ombre Patting Sponge is gonna encourage me to do a lot of ombre because it's easy and it's convenience. Okay, after this, check a little bit, make sure everything's perfect. Flash cure, remember flash cure? Now, this is weak flash cure, so I'm gonna put it in the light. I did that on purpose. I haven't cured for a week just for this lesson. I just want to show you everything that could go wrong with it. So when it comes time for you to do it, you have full confidence. Okay, again, work it in. At first, I try to go as big as possible, and then I slowly work my way in. Because the center is where it's the most opaque, and out here it needs to be nice and light. That's why it's important to have a unique gels that are very pigmented, and it can go really dark on the nail surface, but it can able to go light too, because that's what ombre require. If you have a gel that are so pigmented that it refuse to go light, then now you're in trouble. Now it's no longer a patting gel. It could be a liner gel, but not a patting gel. A patting gel have to be able to go light like this for ombre. Because that's what ombre is all about. But not light by nature, that it couldn't go dark. If I do this, several times, it can go really dark. See, I already established my aura. Now I'm gonna have another one and I'm gonna focus in the center this time. See, you can go out more. You can do a little more. Depend on you. Depend on your level of perfection. You can do 3 times or you can do 10 times. It just depends. Depend on what you're after. For me, working with client, I probably do about 3 or 4 times. But doing a nail for social media, I want it to be perfect, like AI. See how beautiful it turned out now. Let's clear it. I keep forgetting to put it into machine. I keep using this just out of habit. Now, at this point, most people will be very happy with this. Okay, you can do more if you want, but most people will be very happy with this. I'm a control freak. I'm after perfection, so don't mind me. Keep going. The freedom is yours. Okay, clear this. I need it to be beautiful. That's why I don't have picky client. I don't have picky client because I'm the most picky person ever. Your client cannot be picky if you are picky. Okay, I think this is my last time. Then I'm ready to move on to the next one. Next one gonna be insane. Do you notice that I do it the entire time without sponging it to make it light? I just show you that just because if you are not good at it, you know exactly all the steps to make it good. But remember, when you know all the rule, feel free to break it. Feel free to break some of it. And of course, some rule that you break, you're not going to have issue. And some rule that you break, you're going to have issue. And when you have issue, you should know what to do. To turn back, you have to know all the rules. All right, beautiful ombre. Cute this. And of course, I gotta use chrome bond and some chrome just to show you a possibility. I should just put on a top coat and call it good, but I couldn't help it. When I do an aura ombre, I usually love to drop on some chrome. If you have chrome base, just know that it's the same as chrome bond. I change the base to the bond, and I write it here, base coat for chrome, just so you know, because when people see the base, they think that it's a base coat for a gel polish, and it's not. It's not a base coat for a gel polish. It's a top coat, but it's not applied on top of the chrome. It's applied first, and then the chrome go on it. So I think chrome bond make more sense than chrome base. And this is yellow unicorn chrome. And yellow unicorn chrome, I have 5 color unicorn chrome. Yellow sell the least. Then other color, the pink sell good, the green sell good, the blue sell good, and the coral sell good. But yellow sell less than the 5 color because I name it yellow. And it's beautiful. That's why I'm showing you. It's absolutely beautiful. But I named it yellow, and that's my mistake. If I named it like angel dust or something like that, something fancy, then it will sell way more. But I'm literal, so I just call it yellow. And when people see it, they're like, yellow, ew, yellow unicorn chrome. Look at this. Look at this. This should be angel dust or something fancy, but I named it yellow, and it's a turn off. But it's too late to change the name now. So instead, I'm just showing you the beauty. So it'll sell more. Look at this. How can you say no to this? That is yellow unicorn chrome, you guys. It's absolutely majestic. Yeah, if I have a chance to name it again, it absolutely would be fancy, like angel dust. I have this unicorn chrome since the day I first started. And when I first started, I'm very little. I named everything to the exact color, yellow. But it's so beautiful. Look at that. So I just have to show you that because we have an aura. So we might well show the possibility of the aura. I love to apply chrome on this. Okay. And of course, I always use a clean shadow applicator to go over it. What is unicorn chrome? Unicorn chrome is basically a glass chrome. A glass chrome is see-through. Let me show you my glass chrome. See, this is my glass chrome, completely see-through, 100%. It makes any color chrome without covering that color. So unicorn chrome is like that, but it have a little tinted. So you can see the aura. As day, you can see it, you can see the blue aura, but now it's beautiful. It's have yellow tint to it. Or should I say angel dust tint to it. But I'm gonna use super base, build it all. On press on nail, you don't have to, but on client nail, when you chrome the entire nail, sometimes the chrome chip right at the tip because they scratch. They go home and they start scratching their nail and it's file up the tip. And then that's when it's chipped. So the reason why I put on Super Base is to show you that it doesn't bleed your chrome like most base coat. But Super Base is responsible to keep the chrome from chipping. If you put on 10 coat of top coat, it doesn't matter. If that person meant to chip their chrome, it will chip right away. All they need to do is wear nail for about 2 weeks and they start chipping. So that's why instead of top coat, I'm using Super Base because Super Base, when you put it on, it keeps the chrome from chipping. It's very flexible. So now I'm using Shine It on top of Super Base. Take it out. And let's move on. Let's not stay too up of the topic here. We are at the pattern gel topic. I just want to show you the chrome just because I'm very excited about this beautiful look of the pattern gel be able to provide. I always need some kind of blend. Blend is attractive to me, like ombre is attractive to me. So I always need ombre, and then I can start from there. I can dress it up with chrome and with design and such. Isn't that beautiful though? Look at that, so beautiful. Okay, clear that. Okay, let's take out the iridescent mermaid. I've been waiting for this. Look at that. We need black. Just to show you what the color look like on black. Because these colors are vary to different background. This is what it look like by itself on white. Okay. And then I'm gonna put it on black for you to see. This pearl color is the only color that doesn't change to background. But the rest is, let's choose this color first. Zoom in. Ooh. Okay. And the next. Ooh. Like a fairy. And the next. Ooh, a pink. And then this is like yellow unicorn chrome. Ooh, pretty. And of course, on white it's have like a blue tone too. But on black it's yellow. Oh, golden. I should call it golden unicorn chrome instead of yellow. And then this, ooh, an aqua. Let's put it next to the green so you can see the difference. Ooh, pretty. And this, what is this? Let me see. Ooh, like a electric or maybe a periwinkles. And what is this? Ooh, a different shade of pink. A fuchsia. This is pink. This is fuchsia. Ooh, multiple shade of pink. These look like this. Let me see. Let me put them next to it. It's aquatic. Okay. Oh, it's so bright. Ah! Okay. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. So this is electric, and this is like periwinkles. And then this you already know is pearl white. Let me put it on. Pearl white. Okay. Let's zoom out and put this right here. Let's blend this baby. So, pick a colors. Of course, this is my favorite colors. My heart is beating so fast. I love this. I love color tone like this. Like aquatic. Like out of this world alien colors. Let's take another sponge. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is so nice, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna put it on a palette because I have a little bit too much. I'm a little too excited. Remember, you don't want too much. Okay, tap it out, tap it out. Okay, and down here, if it's too much, go light. Go really light so it's not splotchy. Okay, tilt it down just to see. Okay, here this. I'm gonna take a lot. And then just tap it out here. Just like that. This make me happy. This color make me very, very, very happy. Okay. And of course, you can blend multiple colors. And of course, if the color is close enough, especially iridescent color, I can just use the same sponge. I'm gonna use this, of course, the aquatic blue. Top over so it can blend with the green a little. Come back to it. Oh, this green. Forgot, we on blue. Maybe go all the way here. So yes, you can blend multiple colors. Get this? I think I prefer to paint it on when it comes to iridescent. Okay. Tap lightly. See, at first I go crazy when I paint it on, just because it's so beautiful. And I do want yellow. Take out yellow. I need to quit calling it yellow. I need to call it golden or something fancy. Maybe right in the middle. Just to show you that you can stack color upon layer upon layer upon layers. Up color upon colors. And maybe a little bit of these colors. It's like a lighter green. Like a fairy green, and this is like an aqua blue and green. They have all different shades in there. It's absolutely heaven. Cute this. Oh, I have so much fun. I don't want to stop, you guys. But I gotta stop. The show gotta go on. Yes, I know I'm adding on another color, but I swear it's gonna be less colors. Just a touch of like fuchsia. Maybe a little bit down here. No, just up here. Oh, I forgot to cure it. That's a rule. I have to cure it a little bit. And then go back to it. All right, let's top coat this. Let's cure that and then finish curing that and then top coat this. I'm gonna use Shine top coat, and this is just not a flat color, you guys. This is like shimmering. Ooh, look at that. I need to zoom in. Of course, I need to zoom in. It's shimmering, see that? Like an ocean treasure. I wonder what it would be like if I put blue unicorn chrome under it. Well, I guess we just have to see. Oh my gosh. You know what? We have too much fun. I feel like it's forbidden to have this much fun. Let's just go ahead and top coat this. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just top coat this. And back off. Oh gosh. I can do a design of this color right here. Whatever this is. Galaxy, magic or something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and cure. And of course, the famous question for me will be, Tino, can this be used for painting? Yes. This is a round brush, by the way. I'm using round right here. Yes, it can absolutely be used for painting. I don't just make a gel just to do ombre. But ombre is a highlight. But yeah, look at that. See, I'm using these beautiful pearl colors. Look at this texture too, though. See, the texture is great. All different texture. That by itself is a beauty right there. So many ways for you to make money. Look at that. Don't have to be just nail. You can be like a jeweler, or you can have a hobby where you just, take a little shape like this, like a pendant shape, and you paint it on, and you glaze the top coat on, and you hook onto a necklace, and you make a pendant. I can do this. This is not just for now. I train people just to do art. So it can be anything. Look at that. Here. And take it out. Completely solid, honey. You can even just leave them like that, really. If you already top coat this and you just want to keep the texture, you can leave them. You don't have to top coat this. Look at that perfection. You like it? And then let's close this. Now let's talk about what happened when you run out of colors. So eventually I will have refill. I'm still thinking about it, but what I know is black and white are gonna go first. And if that happens to you and you don't have a refill, you can use one stroke liner. Okay, like one stroke liner is very opaque. It can deliver the same result, but the thing about this is the beauty is that you have all the color in one palette for you to play with. Just in case you want to blend multiple color, you don't have to open a whole bunch of bottles. And all of these color right here, let me zoom out. All of these color right here are different than one stroke liner. I have 15 color one stroke liner, and they are different. Like yellow, you see this sunflower yellow right here, sunflower or teeth or whatever it is, and this right here is like a lamb yellow. Well, this yellow is like right in the middle. See that? So compared to that, it's brighter, and compared to this is yellower, sunnier, and like a pink. See pink? So that none of it matches this. So I have multiple different colors. So it's absolutely okay for you to have one stroke liner and patting gel at the same time. See purple, different shade. This is more pinkish purple, and this is more colder purple, like ultraviolet. And of course, the blue. Take out blue. So this is my blue. This is like a really blue. This is like an aqua blue, and this is Tiffany blue. Way different. So everything is different. Green. See that? That is a deep forest green, and this is like a hunter green. So absolutely no matching. Good. Why match it when you can have all different shades? You know what I mean? So to make it funner. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. I have a lot of fun. Couldn't you tell? And I'm telling you right now, I am gonna use this in every single nail set. I love ombre. It's always a good helper for me to construct a design. And of course, get the ombre patting sponge too. And that's it today. Don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube at TinoVo. And everything I use today is available at www.TinoVo.shop. And until next time, bye-bye.